Hello, thank you very much for having me here today. I'm very honored to be part of those amazing businesses. I'm going to be telling you the story of Sector7 and Bebemos, my brand. So let me start by presenting myself first. Can we go to the next slide, please? So I'm Izabela Ersahin, and I am actually an accidental social entrepreneur. I wish I was one of those amazing people who set up to change the world and to make some good. It wasn't my story. It kind of happened to me, and I just embraced that opportunity. I am a mom of three, and at my second pregnancy, I had a very, very difficult pregnancy. I was bedridden for months and months at a time. And in order not to lose my mind, I did a lot of handcrafting and produced a lot of products. So when this difficult time of my life ended up, with a new baby, perfectly healthy and perfectly happy, my husband actually suggested that why don't you sell those products online. And so I set up an online store and I get some traction. And most importantly, I get some traction from wholesale businesses. So I wasn't able to manufacture those products by myself. So I put a little ad in the local Craigslist saying, oh, if you're a mom like me, and if you want to make some extra income using your crafts and your ability, please contact me. I have an opportunity. I would love to work with you. And then something amazing happened. I had maybe 2,000 phone calls in 1 week. I had to shut down the ad. Women were calling me from all over Turkey saying, oh, I am a mom too. I cannot work in a regular workplace. I would love to join your team, etc., etc. And this is where actually the idea of the social enterprise started. I took this ad down and I sat down and started researching and realized that many, many women, and especially mothers, were excluded from the traditional job market in Turkey the moment they have to care for their children and they don't have available childcare. So I built the social enterprise around that. It's a particular model allowing mothers to work as many hours as they wish. It's a discussion we have with them. So we let them dictate to us how much work and how much time they can spend. They can work here in our workshop. We have a beautiful facility here in Istanbul, Turkey, a 3-floor workshop and a little area for the kids so they can even bring their kids over to work when they come to work with us, or they can work from home. So this whole story started with Bebemos, but actually I realized that, I was new at creating a brand. I am a good designer. My designs are selling, but it's still very slow and very hard to get a lot of traction. And the important part of this business is to provide those women not only with fair wages, but also with sustainable wages, so that they know that each month, however amount of time they decided to work, they will have guaranteed work and a guaranteed pay. So I had to open up our company to manufacturing for other brands as well. Next slide, please. So just to sum up, we are a business and we do support women in need. We provide them with fair wages. We train them on how to make our products. We provide them with all the materials. And what happened along that journey is that there was this amazing influx of Syrian refugees to Turkey. So it kind of seemed again organic and normal to include those mothers as well into our workforce, because they do live in the same neighborhoods. They're neighbors with the Turkish women we were already working with. Next slide, please. So very quickly, you all know the 10 principles of fair trade. Our company and our business was created accordingly to those principles. Next slide, please. We are part of the United Nations Global Compact. We are a WFTO Fair Trade certified company, guaranteed member, and now we are finishing a second certification, which is the ethically handcrafted seal by Nest. This is not finished yet. We are just in the middle of that journey. So we hope by the end of the year, we will have that second certification. Next, please. So this is a little bit to show you what we are. We are a 100% women company. Both of the owners are women. We employ more or less 120 women on this journey. And last year we paid 34,438 hours of fair living wage to those women. Our goal is to reach 500 women by 2025. It's a big goal, but I think we're getting there. Next slide, please. So we are a for-profit business, but we decided to do it in a different way. When we have a profit left after a year of exercise, 60% of that profit is being reinvested back into the company, meaning that we will be training more women. We will be conducting actions to grow our market, our reach, etc. And 40% is distributed to all the women who worked with us. So there is a nice calculation to allocate a share of that to all the women who worked with us during that year. Next slide, please. We partner with a lot of NGOs, UNHCR being one, because we work with refugees, so we have to comply to their protection principles and so on. So we are attached to the Turkey office and then to the Geneva office for that. Hayat Destek, it's Support to Life. It's another NGO supporting refugees. Müdem is one of the UN women-founded community centers back in Izmir, where we work with also a group of refugee women, and the Turkish Red Crescent, who is regularly sending us women in need of employment. Next slide, please. So this is just a picture to show you how we work in the office. You can just go over the slides. Next, please. So no charity, but opportunity and dignity. We are definitely against charity. We don't want handouts, and those women actually, they don't want handouts either. They want dignity, opportunity, access to work. So this is a big principle of how we work with them and how we treat them. Next slide, please. Again, from an image from our workshop. And I will introduce you in the next slide a little bit of the product range we are working on. Next, please. Next. So this is going to be a very short overview of all the product ranges we are manufacturing. We are making product by hand, so everything is handmade. Next slide, please. We have a little bit of machinery as we produce some specialty yarns to use in our products. So you have some images of the women we train here. And just to give you an idea, that woman on the right of on your screen uses that machine, and she gets so good at it. Now she can even repair that machine. Well, prior to that, she was just a housewife. Next slide, please. So we do a lot of soft furnishings, rugs, poofs, pillowcases, swings, anything you can crochet or knit by hand. Next. We do a lot of hand screen printing, so that could be stuff printed on t-shirts, bags, paper, any surface actually. So we have those silk screen produced, and the women are able to print that. You would ask me, why did you go into screen printing? Because this is a skill which is very easy to learn for women who have no other previous work experience, and they can learn that in a very easy way, and it makes beautiful products. Next, please. We manufacture a lot of baskets, storages, things like that. You see some examples here on the pictures. Next. We have a few women skilled in embroidery and in sewing, and we have the machinery to have some small sewing production. So we did some garments like t-shirts, screen printed bags, embroidered bags. We did a lot of masks during the pandemic. That was a big hit. We kind of, the women were not able to come to work, so we distributed the machines we had to their homes, and they were working from their homes making the masks. Next, please. And this is a little bit of my area. I'm a designer, so I love designing toys. We do crochet toys and sewn toys. So those you see on the left of the screen are from the Bebemos brand I created. You can have a look at our website and see. Next, please. So the question which was asked here was ask your audience for some help. So how to help us? In our case, in order to grow our impact, we need to employ more and more women. In order to do that in a sustainable way and guaranteeing their work, we are looking for partners and brands to partner with for whom we could manufacture things. So we can help with the product development, the design of the product, and then the manufacturing. We're looking for people who are ready to commit for a year. It cannot be a one-off, because then there's no sustainability. We cannot train those women for one order and then, let them go. It has to be something recurring. So it has to be brands and companies who are able to reorder more than once, so that this impact makes sense. Because if we have brands and partners like that, we can train the women and provide them with work in a sustainable, longer term. So this is exactly what we are looking for. I know there's a lot of investors in here, and people are talking a lot about investing, but Sector7 is, despite being a for-profit business, works like a non-profit. So this part is not an option for us, but in order to increase the impact, one toy, for example, is 1 day of work for a woman. So one toy sold, one woman working 1 day. The math is extremely simple, and this impact and touching the lives of those women is really exponential to the sales and the products we can make. Just to give you an idea, we have 120 women working with us right now. That means we are supporting over 500 children. We asked our women to tell us what are you doing with your money? And more than 95% of them replied something around, child healthcare for their children, their child needs, their education, and so on. So actually what we're doing, we're supporting those women, but we're also supporting their children. And this is something which is actually the driving force for me for being in this business for 9 years now, continuing. Entrepreneurship is a hard journey. It's not an easy journey, and I'm sure everybody will say the same thing. So there's a lot of tears, there's a lot of sweat, there's a lot of effort. But when you're lucky, like I am, to find a purposeful job and something which has that much meaning, you put totally to the side all that effort and all that sweat and all that hardship going along the way. So if some of you guys want to find good partners for manufacturing and have some purpose way of doing so and sustainable way of doing so, we are the partner you're looking for. Thank you.